Alright, hello class. I had two questions from the 6.2 homework. So before I get into this, I don't know about you guys, but I'm missing some sports. Today we finally have something to watch, NFL draft. I'm just going to put on this DeMarcus Ware jersey, one of my favorite Cowboys. And if you could, pass this along to Sammy Malou, because I know he's a huge Cowboys fan and would love to see this. So anyways, we'll get back to this here. The first one of these is just going to be a little bit of work. The other one's going to take a little bit of our time. So the first one, finding the range. The range from a set is actually a fairly simple calculation. I'm going to grab my calculator here. All the range is the difference between the highest and lowest value. So I see our highest here, and I believe 23. I'm just double checking. Yeah, those look good. So the range of this data is 85 minus 23. So what do we have? 62. So the range of this data is 62. Okay, that one was more straightforward. 3B, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. So we're going to have to start off by ordering all of this data if we're going to find the median range. First quartile, third quartile, and interquartile range. Okay? So our lowest value, we'll have to go through these one at a time, I think. 127. Okay, our next one, 199. Our lowest 200. Let's see, 215. Okay, 213. 215, 216. $222, $233, okay, 43, 45. $264, $264. $276 and $467. Okay, so I've got these ordered. Always take a second and count your entries and make sure you didn't screw anything up. Happens all the time. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, I probably didn't screw this one up. So if we're going to need our median range, quartile 1, quartile 3, interquartile range, it's going to be in our best interest to just, let's find all the quartiles, because I think most of our information will be found there. So our low value and our fourth quartile are the easiest ones, but they weren't really what we're needing here. The median is always equal to Q2, okay? So our middle value here, and since we have 13 entries, it's an odd number, there is going to be a middle value where we won't have to find the average of two values. So in order for us to find that middle value, out of 13 we got 1. Our median would be right here. So out of our 13 numbers, it's our 7th entry. And the quick kind of thing I was looking over here is that you just want to make sure you've got the same amount on both sides after you identify your median. So we've got 5 values here, we've got 5 values here. So it's looking pretty good so far. So there's our Q2. Our range we'll get to. Our quartile 1 is going to be in the middle of these two values. So we can identify it as 215. And similarly, Q3 is going to be here. Okay, so our median, we've got that, quartile 1, quartile 3. Now we just need our range and interquartile range. So our range, again, is just the difference between the highest and lowest value here. So if we have 467 minus 127, that would be our range. And I'm going to just calculate this so I don't screw it up. We got 340. Okay, our interquartile range, which is our third quartile minus our first quartile. Apologize for the crying upstairs. We've got 264 minus 215. So we've got an interquartile range of 49. So another thing that this shows us here is the middle 50% of the values. Okay, so there's 25% of the values above and below this range. The middle 50% has a range of 49. Okay, so there's our range and interquartile range. That about does it. Go Cowboys.